CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. A Caribbean airport is expected to reopen this afternoon after a WestJet flight experienced a hard landing on Sunday. A flight from Toronto to St. Maarten had a hard landing, forcing passengers to evacuate the plane using the emergency slides. Emergency services responded immediately and deployed foam as a precaution. All the passengers made it off the aircraft safely. The main landing gear reportedly collapsed during landing, and the right wing of the aircraft suffered some damage. Air Canada flight attendants resoundingly rejecting the company's wage offer, with over 99% of them saying no. The rejected tentative deal raised wages for workers and established a pay structure for time worked when aircraft are on the ground. It included a 12% salary increase this year for most junior flight attendants and an 8% bump for more senior members, followed by smaller raises in the following years.
The magnitude of the defeat. I mean, I can't remember the last time that 99% of the members overturned or voted down the deal negotiated by their own leadership. So it suggests that they're very, very upset.
The wage issue will head to mediation and then to arbitration. If necessary, there will be no strike or lockout, meaning flights will continue to operate. The gondola at Kicking Horse Mountain Resort in Golden, BC is up and running. In March, one of the gondola cabins fell about a meter from the lift cable. 8 passengers inside avoided serious injury. The gondola has been closed ever since. The resort says all the hanger arms have now been replaced and all required testing is complete. The lift fully reopened to the public yesterday. The Eagle's Eye restaurant is set to open September 15th. The body of a third hiker who went over a waterfall near Kimberly, BC, has been recovered. The 35-year-old man's body was found Sunday. He died along with 2 family members after they went over the falls at Meechin Creek Labor Day weekend. The other 2 hikers were a 68-year-old woman whose body was found September 1st and a 35-year-old woman whose body was recovered the following day. Kimberly RCMP say all 3 were Mexican citizens. A small wildfire near Moose Meadows in Banff National Park is now classified as being held. Banff National Park says that does not mean it's likely to spread beyond its current size of 2 hectares. Over the next few days, Parks Canada crews will work to put the fire out. It may also mean that at times smoke may be visible from the Trans-Canada Highway and Highway 1A. The fire was reported Saturday. No word yet about what sparked it. Nearly every Alberta town has one, an old hotel near the train tracks with a restaurant or a bar inside. Many of these buildings are closing down, and a group of photographers has made it their mission to document this part of prairie history before it disappears. Connor Hogg has more.
The Andrew Hotel has stood at the end of Main Street for decades.
The social center for everyone to go and meet, Friday nights and go and have a couple of beers after work, and there was probably a dance and a pool hall and romances and bar fights and everything in between.
We have our coffee crew, the farmers, whatever, because we don't really have that many restaurants because they come and go.
The Beer Parlor Project is visiting to preserve the hotel's history.
There's a lot of stories that have passed between these walls.
Those stories coming straight from the mouths of the people inside.
This place has been since 1982. It was rebuilt. Before that, it burnt down.
I was probably 20 years old when I started coming here.
I used to waitress a lot of Portmore.
Oh, so you know tough conditions.
Yeah.
Stories recorded for posterity and photos taken the old-fashioned way with antique cameras.
When they're speaking of something, it is a memory that's going to stick with them their entire lives. You hear happy stories, you hear incredibly sad stories, all in one sentence or one paragraph sometimes.
Many of these types of buildings tell similar stories. Some have rumors of hauntings, small-town scandals, and legends. All of them are community hubs.
But it's pretty close-knit here. When somebody dies or whatever, we tend to gather here always. We have a lot of funerals in here.
While many of the people may be gone, some are still here, and the stories remain. The project planning to collect them in a traveling exhibit or a book.
1, 2, 3.
Nothing's groundbreaking, nothing's earth-shattering, but you piece them all together and it just tells a story of what life was like 100 years ago or 75 years ago.
Through the lens of the Beer Parlor Project, stories are told that may be ordinary, but are also worth telling. In Andrew, Alberta, Connor Hogg, CTV News.
Chocolate mint Girl Guide cookies are now on sale. 17,000 cases arrived in Calgary this weekend. Girl Guides began selling the cookies in 1927, and it continues to be their main source of funding. The price is $6 a box, and the money helps buy supplies and fund trips. There are about 4,000 Girl Guides in the Calgary area. Thanks for joining us. Our 6 p.m. news is preempted tonight for the NFL. We'll have more on the top stories coming up on CTV News at 5 or anytime online at ctvnews.ca/Calgary.